Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Shobha Bhardwaj, Faculty of Institute of Management Studies Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. So today I am going to discuss about the topic of directing, which is the management function, and today the topic of discussion is Lead with Ease, Manager's Direction Unveiled. So first of all, I would like to discuss what is the directing function. So directing in simple words means if we are guiding or motivating the someone for achieving the organizational goal, it is called as a directing. But in a definitional form, directing means involves ongoing managerial process for instructing, guiding, inspiring, counseling, overseeing, and leading individual towards achieving the organization goal. This is the dynamic process and it is generally flows from the top hierarchical level to the lower hierarchical level. So directing in management has the four important elements. First one is supervision, second motivation, third leadership, and the fourth one is communication. All these four elements will be discussed around the concept of directing. That means the supervising element role in the directing, motivation, leadership, and communication role in the directing management function. So what is the supervision? Supervisions generally, if we thought about what is supervision, it generally lies in the lower level of the management, or I can say the authority of a person who is controlling the lower level workers and guiding them for doing a task in a proper manner. But the supervision role in directing function is little bit something different. That is, supervisory management involves responsibility of overseeing the team that the employees are working properly or not and guiding on the time. Second element of directing is the motivation. Motivation is inspiring someone for achieving the goal. That is, it is the inherent force of a person, and the role of a manager is to motivating or counseling or guiding the employees for achieving the goals in a better way by inspiring them. So motivation is commonly perceived as an internal state or a driving force that compels individuals to participate in and persevere with the goal-oriented actions. Leadership. So leadership is generally means a trait of a person to guiding the someone for achieving a goal in a proper manner. But in directing, leadership means someone or a group guiding and influencing others in a team, organization, or the society. And the last element of directing is the communication. Communication is simply means we are exchanging our thoughts from the sender to the receiver. That is the simple meaning of communication. But what is the role of communication in directing management function or a manager? So to be a good manager, qualification is a part, but it doesn't mean it is a fully completed requirement. So communication is also play a very important role for a manager for leading a team in a better way. So to be a good manager, you need to talk well. You need to communicate the message properly. You need to handle their emotion properly. That means you are fully aware about what you are going to communicate among their teammates and what the things you should achieve in a better way. So the most common leadership style generally used nowadays, first one is transformational leadership. So transformational leadership, that is, we are transforming the behavior of an employee in the organization by inspiring or counseling them so that they can achieve the outputs in a better way. And the next one is democratic leadership. We all know aware about what is democracy. So democratic is somehow related to this concept. That means we are taking the ideas or we are taking the thoughts of the employees in the decision making process. That means there is a mutual or consultative decision making process. Authoritarian leadership is also known as the autocratic leadership, in which the manager is strictly or strict to the hard punishment rules and regulations. And the next one is transactional. As the terminology stated, transaction, that means it is totally depend on the expectation and reward system, in which we are providing the good rewards for the good achievers and providing the punishment if the employee not able to meet their outcomes on the deadlines. Then charismatic leadership. Charismatic leadership, that means we are inspiring someone by our certain type of traits, creativity. For example, Modi ji is also an example of charismatic leadership, with that millions of people are following them, and this is also due to their behavior, their communication skills, and their types, and all of these things contributing to the charismatic personality. That's why the people are following. Situational leadership is the best leadership style as per the requirement of the contemporary issues for facing by the most of the companies. Like as per the requirement, you should be agile to adopt the leadership style. Servant leadership is fully devoted type of leadership in which the person is working, or a manager is working for the welfare of their employees fully without taking their own interest. And the last one is laissez-faire, or I can say the free reign, in which the team is very good and the manager don't like to control them very strictly, and they give them freedom for so that they can take their own decision perfectly without the interference and strong supervision of the manager. The modern directing, navigating leadership in the digital stage, like I can say the what is the role of directing nowadays for handling the contemporary issues. So some key roles of directing in the contemporary management. First one is the adaptation to the change. A manager should be able to adapt the new changes. That we already know that environment is dynamic, so we cannot say we have to adopt a certain type of leadership style for all the situations. Next, team empowerment. As a leader, it should be a better way. We need to motivate the employees so that they can work in a group cohesiveness and work in a team in a better way, so that the conflicts can be reduced. Then digital communication. Digital communication is very important. It is a system in which the remote collaboration and global teamwork is generally followed. Then the leadership development. Leadership is not all about you are following the traits of the leadership and you are counseling the team members. It is also able, manager should also be able to maintain and develop the new leaders for the future, or I can say the succession planning process is also used in this type. Next, emphasis on the emotional intelligence. Yes, emotional intelligence, that means you are stable in your own emotions, as well as you are able to understand the feelings and emotions of your teammates, so that you can guide them in a better way. Flexibility and agility. Yes, also it is very important for handling the contemporary issues. The leadership style should be inflexible in nature, as I already stated that situation leadership is the better. That means you have to adopt the best leadership style on the basis of the situation and the type of company and the employees. Agility is also a part of it. That means you must be the flexible and must be able to adopt the changes in a better way. Global collaboration. Yes, we are not working in the isolation, so we need to collaborate with the external parties also. So global collaboration is very important. Employee well-being. Next point is very important for the mental well-being and the welfare of the employees. Leadership should be based on the employee well-being also, because we are not here to force the employees to work. We are providing the better environment so that they can create a feeling of belongingness towards their work, and they can work for their company as a family. And the last one is inclusive leadership, or I can say inclusive leadership means we are providing a bias-free system in which every person is catered in the same way as the other. That means we are not following the nepotism system or a certain type of techniques which can create a negative image in the mind of the employees, and it can also be beneficial for achieving the long attachment of the employees for the betterment of the company, and it ultimately reduces the employee turnover. In conclusion, today's the directing position in the management entails more than just issuing the commands. As previously we stated that the directing is the guiding and providing the instruction how to do the task in the better way, but nowadays directing is not related to only the directing or controlling of the employees. It entails promoting collaboration, utilizing digital channels for effective communication, exercising adaptive leadership, and attending to the overall well-being of the team members.